So this is a Redmi 15 4G and it's quite interesting. We're talking about a 6.9-inch display, 144Hz refresh rate for the display, Snapdragon processor, a massive 7000 mAh battery, and all for around 186,400 naira, roughly $125. I've been using it for a while now, and let's just say specs don't tell the whole story. So let's talk about what's really like living with the Redmi 15 4G and whether you should actually buy this device. And so, without taking much of your time, yo guys, let's get started. Right out of the box, Xiaomi does what they do best, and that's give you everything from within the box. You're getting a 33 watts charger, a USB-C cable, a TPU case, this one on here, and even a SIM ejector too. Basically, you don't need to buy anything extra, which is something I always appreciate at this price point. Now let's talk about the looks, because Xiaomi definitely switched things up this year. The Redmi 15 doesn't look like the previous Redmi device. There's a camera cut out at the front, and also this back has been redesigned. It's clean, it's minimal, and somehow makes a cheap phone look expensive. Mine here is the black, but I think I prefer the purple color, which is one of the best budget looking smartphones out there. It's got a plastic build, but it doesn't feel flimsy. It's curved around the edges too, so it's easier to grip this smartphone, although this smartphone is really big for a one-handed use. It also has a side-mounted fingerprint scanner which doubles as the power button, and this fingerprint scanner is snappy. You also get an IR blaster to control your electronics and an IP64 rating, for some splash and dust resistance on a budget smartphone, and yes, I love it. Now, the only downside for certain persons would be the fact that we do not have a headphone jack like we got on the Redmi 15C. You only have a single bottom firing speaker that sounds okay. Not great, but it's okay. When you flip over, that's where things start getting really impressive again. We've got a 6.9-inch LCD 1080p resolution display, up to 144Hz refresh rate. You can manually pick between 60, 90 or 144Hz, but here's the thing. You won't actually be getting 144Hz everywhere. It's mostly capped at 120Hz depending on what you're doing. But still, for the price, it's crazy smooth. Brightness peak at around 850 nits, so you can pretty much use it outdoors. Colors are bright, sharp, and surprisingly punchy for an LCD. Now, if you're coming from something like the Redmi 15C or an older budget smartphone, this display will feel like a massive upgrade, both in size and responsiveness. Now, to be fair, the Samsung Galaxy A17 4G has an AMOLED panel and is within this price range, so that's something to consider if you love deep blacks and contrasts. This Redmi 15 runs on Android 15 with HyperOS 2 out of the box, and it's pretty much what you expect from Xiaomi. We have smooth animations, tons of customization, and unfortunately, tons of pre-installed apps. I mean, why does my app drawer look like a shopping mall? Anyway, if you know your way around, you can clean it up. There's also multiple user support, but you have to dig into the settings to enable that feature. On the plus side, you get Circle to search, Gemini Live, and all the Google AI features baked in, so there's some modern stuff going on with the smartphone. Xiaomi hasn't confirmed officially, but we are likely going to get around 2 to 3 years of updates, which is okay, but not great, especially when Samsung is doing about 6 years of updates on their budget lineup now. Under the hood, we've got the Snapdragon 685 processor, paired with 6GB of RAM or even 8GB of RAM, depending on which you buy. For day-to-day use like WhatsApp, Instagram, or even some light gaming, it holds up perfectly fine. It doesn't overheat easily, and performance on the smartphone is consistent. But if you're planning to play heavy games like Genshin Impact or PUBG on high settings, now you feel the lag. This smartphone is clearly tuned for casual use, not power users. Still, I've got to give Xiaomi credit here. This phone feels optimized. Even after long hours of use, it gets just warm but not hot. Alright, let's talk about the cameras. We've got a 50 megapixel main shooter and what feels like a filler lens at the back. The selfie camera is 8 megapixels for the sensor. I would say the photos actually look good, especially in daylight. The colors are natural and the details are okay. Nothing extraordinary going on here. At night, things get rough, and I wouldn't recommend doing shots with this smartphone without proper lighting. The video recording maxes out at 1080p 30 fps, and there is no stabilization with this smartphone, so if your hands shake, you'll notice it. Overall, it's a decent camera system for this price. Just don't buy it expecting cinematic shots. Now, this is where Xiaomi flexes hard. A 7000 mAh battery, and that's wild, even for Redmi standards. It easily lasts 2 full days of regular use, maybe even more if you're not constantly gaming or watching videos. And with the included 33-watt charger in the box, you're going from 0 to 100% in about an hour and a half. It also supports reverse charging up to 18 watts, so you can literally connect another phone with a USB cable, and this serves as a power bank to charge that device. So if you're someone who hates charging your smartphone every night, this battery will make you smile. So here's the deal. The Redmi 15 4G nails the basics. It's got a big screen, massive battery, solid performance, and a design that actually looks fresh. Other devices around this price point will give you a dewdrop notch, and you have this pinhole notch on this smartphone, so a refreshed look. But it's not perfect. The camera isn't amazing, the software is a little bloated, and this size, yeah, you'll feel it. Still, for around 186,400 naira, $125, it's honestly hard to complain. If all you want is an insane battery life, a smooth display, and a smartphone that gets the job done, then this is a solid choice. But if you care more about the cameras and maybe software updates, you might want to look elsewhere for that camera. In fact, check out my review on the Samsung's A17 4G here to determine if that is the device for you or what you're looking for. Catch you in that video. Koei that day.